What, you guys are too lazy to go play? Go run. Tyrion, go chase Nellie. Hi, guys. Thank you for being so patient. We are now down at the house. Jim, Laura, awesome. Leslie from Australia. Yay, you guys are awesome. Thank you guys for coming back so quickly. So we're going to try this again, just so everybody knows. Check out my California poppies in full bloom. And which is ironic because orange is Leslie Jenison, our special guest today, her favorite color. Which I made sure to wear orange in tribute to Leslie. All right, let's see if she's here. Go live with, there she is. Waiting for Les.
Hi.
Okay.
Well, we're
all
trying
right.
to figure out what's going on. I do think it's on my end. I mean, we did a speed test and it was pretty bad back in my studio. My husband's he's taking his laptop back there to see if he can figure out what's wrong. So maybe we'll be able to get back there in a minute. I don't know. I'm not going to have much to show you if I can't go back in my studio.
Well, okay. Well, maybe we can bring some stuff out, or I have a special package here.
Yeah.
Let me just. So tell us while I get this out. Tell everybody why is today so special?
Well, it's because today I get to announce my collection. I'm a guest designer with Wishwell, which is a division of Robert Kaufman. Oh, what do you think Clarence thinks about my fabric?
He's loving it.
He's checking
I think
it
he
out.
thinks it's pretty awesome. Oh, Tyrion likes it too.
He's going to lift his legs.
I was going to say I better move that.
And then he'll show us what he thinks. He'll show us what he thinks of it, that's for sure. I know his way of demonstrating.
Yeah.
So we've been working on this collection for a while, as that, is always the case. The gestation of a fabric collection is always somewhere around a year, sometimes a little longer. This collection is really exciting to me because I asked for and was able to get some of my prints done on cotton Pima-Tex, which is a really high thread count, high quality cotton, and then part of the collection is on cotton linen Essex, which I'm thrilled about. And we also will have a portion of the collection on cotton lawn. And then there will be 3 wide backs in the collection. So it's really exciting. I have been printing on and playing around with Essex as a PFD substrate. In other words, a cloth that you can use that's prepared for dyeing, or appropriate to do dye work on, because all my work is done directly on the cloth with Procyon dye, and I'm usually working with a silk screen or a thermofax screen to get my images. So
you're getting some questions. Terry Lucas asked, is this digital?
The wide back fabrics are digital. And I just looked on Robert Kaufman's website, and it says that the cotton lawn will be digital. Everything else is screens. And the other thing that's cool about this collection is that because of where it was printed, they were able to use a number of other, hang on a second. Do you think it's better back there now?
Yeah, it was glitching for a second.
Okay, my husband's saying that he thinks that the Wi-Fi might be a little better back there. So do you care if we do an experiment?
Yeah, let's try it. And then we'll just, I'm sorry, I'm looking down. I'm throwing your on my
studio. Yeah, so we're walking into my studio now, and it's pretty tidy for me. But anyway, I'm going to walk over. I want to show you a little bit. You've got your fabrics, and I apologize to you, Pokey. I sent you all but one of the fabrics. Here's the print that you didn't get.
Oh, that's pretty.
It's kind of a parchment color. So yes, there's 15 cotton Pima-Tex in this collection, and there's 9 cotton linen Essex. Now, is
Oh, wow.
everybody able to see me okay?
I can see you fine now.
Oh, great. Perfect. So I'm going to just spin around and show you this quilt that I posted on Instagram earlier today. This is a quilt that I've been working on and very excited to show. This is the top is a design aptly named Cabin Fever by Joanna Marsh of Custom Quilts. I'm just really proud of my flying geese. I have to show them. There's a lot of them. I'm going to back up so you can see the whole thing. She published this pattern in, let's see, this is, I'm trying to look for the date on this issue of where does it say? Where will I see the date? Oh boy, it's a 2019 issue of this magazine. This is it on the cover.
Okay.
And
beautiful. Well done, Joanna.
Yes, and this pattern is going to be available as a PDF or a print pattern. So I'm backing up a little bit, although I'm going to end up on my table here. There it is. So this one was
beautiful.
Done with also, this is Essex. This solid blue is one of the Robert Kaufman Essex solids. And it was a really fun quilt to make. And I really enjoyed learning how to do this. For me, it's kind of ironic to say that these are quick pieced flying geese, because I'm kind of notorious as someone who sews on a pattern that if it can be done the wrong way, I'm going to do it the wrong way several times.
I hear you on that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't know if I've got some kind of a learning disability or what, but if it can be done wrong, I'll do it. So, but actually, once I got the hang of these flying geese, it was really, you know, her pattern. I'm going to say this about Joanna's patterns because I've sewn a couple of her patterns before. And I'm not usually a pattern sewer, but if there's a pattern I love, I'm going to do it because I'm actually enjoying making some useful quilts again. And Joanna's patterns are just amazing, really easy to understand. And I kind of use myself as a poster child. Like if I can do it, anyone can do it. So this will, and I'm not sure when it's going to be out as a print pattern and a download, but it will be. So be looking for that, and I'll try to make sure I put something up on
those tote bags too.
Oh yeah, so Joanna is amazing. She's an amazing sewist. She is an amazing long arm quilter. I can't sing her praises enough. And so we worked together on figuring out, and most of these objects I'm going to show you were constructed by her. So I'll show you a few things that weren't and some that were. And why is my printer cartridge here on my table? Anyway, look at this little boy's outfit. This is, these patterns are so cute. This is a Charlie button-up shirt, and the pattern maker is made for mermaids. And this little shirt, this is one of the Essex prints, and then the inside of the shirt is the Pima Tex. And then she constructed a little pair of shorts to go with it, and this is the Sunny Day short pattern by Oliver and S. Aren't those cute?
So cute.
Really cute.
That's like a perfect tropical little, you know, for a little boy to wear while his parents are sporting some Tommy Bahama clothing.
Yes, exactly. So, and then she made this really adorable pattern. This is a midget crossbody bag, and this is a pattern by So Sweetness. And I love this bag. I honestly think that this bag is a bag that I'm going to actually use and wear.
That is super cute.
And I just love this. This may be, well, I kind of fall in love with each of the prints when I'm working with them, but
yeah,
this one, I don't know. I've been working with this one a lot because I've been using it as part of my proverbial quilt that I'm doing, the letters.
Mm-hmm.
And so I really enjoyed playing around with this fabric. So then this is another bag, again by So Sweetness. And this bag, I'm kind of obsessed with this bag. I'm so excited that I actually finally get to show it because it's such a cool utilitarian bag. I mean, this is another So Sweetness pattern. This one's called the Sheffield Tool Bag. And believe me, I'm going to post these again on my feed. But look at all the
Okay.
pockets on this guy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean,
That's
it's
crazy
such a
good.
cool, and then also the other thing that's cool about this bag is that the bottom of it comes out. So if you're, let's say you're going to take it
Oh, so it can
someplace,
fold up.
yeah,
Yeah.
it'll just flatten right down.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
that's one of the things that she's so good about with her patterns with these larger bags is that she always makes it so that that false bottom.
So say that again, the name of the pattern.
I'm going to put this up on the screen. It's the Sheffield
The Sheffield.
tool bag, and the pattern designer is So Sweetness.
Okay.
I know, I
Oh,
just love it.
I'll have to make one.
I know, I'm so upset. And then the other thing is that the handles and some of the trim are one of the yarn dyed
Essex.
Essex.
Yeah, I
So,
can see that.
but I just love that bag. I'm crazy about it. This is the first time
Well,
we've made this bag out of one of the
it's
collections, so
gorgeous.
I'm really excited about it.
Can I turn my camera around? Because I just want to show you what I did really quickly.
Yeah.
So for people, I might have looked a little distracted, but what I was doing was I was throwing down your fabrics from the line
Woo!
to kind of get a sense of what they're looking like. I mean, you've got some really beautiful jewel toned pieces in here.
Yes.
I mean, deeply rich colors, Leslie. Well done.
Thank you. I'm super excited
I
about this
love,
collection.
yeah,
And,
I love this one.
one of the things that I was really interested in, especially with the Essex, is that, uh, it'll go, I mean, it looks, as you can see with some of these objects, it looks great paired with itself. In other words, another print from the collection. But the other thing
Mm-hmm.
is that I think it's going to play well with other things, and
Yeah.
in the back of my mind, when I'm doing these collections, I'm always thinking to myself, because I know how I shop for fabric, and I don't necessarily, I mean, I want everybody, of course, to buy this whole collection. That's, the objective of this thing. But I also I like it when my collections play nicely with other people's.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things I think this collection is going to be great at. I wanted to show you these 3 pieces of fabric here are the wide backs. So you can see that this
Ooh.
parchment one is a little bit warmer in color than this is the piece that comes with the regular part of the collection. So the wide back has a slightly more golden tone to it, but each of these is a wide back, and these are digitally printed. So
Gorgeous.
I'm really excited about this.
So this is the warehouse collection,
It's called Warehouse District.
warehouse district, and this will be available in shops when?
I'm hearing August. I'm wondering though, to be fair, just given what's going on, I also want to say that, of course, like everything else, that might need to be a little bit adjusted depending on what's going on in the manufacturing end of it. So I would say maybe a safer way to say it would be August or September, something like
Okay.
that. They're saying August, but I think in fairness, given what's going on in the world, it might be a little later. It's possible, but it's going to be
Yeah.
coming in pre-cuts, and I've got all my pre-cuts here so you can see them: the jelly roll and the charm pack and the layer
Nice.
cake, and then of course the fat quarter stack. Here's another thing that I just think is adorable, and this is called the Mini Poppins bag, and this is a little iron carrying case, and it can come, the pattern comes with or without handles. So the recommendation with the smaller, this is the shorter version of the pattern, because we're going
Okay.
to use it for my little Aliso portable iron. But this one, you can make for a regular size iron or a mini iron, and this is going to be my little iron carrier that I take when I go to retreats and etc. But this pattern is made by Auntie's 2 Patterns, and I'll put that up here so you can see. It's a Mini Poppins bag
Okay.
by Auntie's
Very
2
cute.
Patterns, and I'm really I'm tickled with how well these prints go together, and
Yeah,
it
they're
just
gorgeous.
pleases me a lot. So
So you're saying they're going to come out in, I just wanted to show this again. They're going to come out in late or sometime in August, early fall. And these are perfect. I mean, these are such great colors for fall projects.
yes, they are. They really are. This quilt that was made by someone who works at the company, this is called the collage quilt. I actually need to verify whether this is going to eventually be available for download. It may be.
Okay. As a pattern.
Yes. Here's the back. This has got all the different prints in the collection in the quilt. I'm just really tickled with it. And the other thing that the company sent that I think is so cool is this bag. This is called the Ranger backpack.
Uh-huh.
And this is a pattern by Noodlehead.
Oh, yeah.
So I think this is just really cool. And then she
That is
chose to
super
put
cute.
I know. I just love the brass hardware on it. Of course, with one hand. Let's see if I can get this open up. Maybe not. Yeah, there we go. And then it's got this, of course, my favorite color, orange,
Yep.
inside in the, I just think it's really pretty.
It's
I
beautiful.
really love these
Well, you got
brass
the zippers
hardware on it. Yeah, I think it's
the
really
hardware.
cool. So, yeah. And then
Well, awesome.
I'm gonna pan over and show you. It's a mess over here, but this is where I'm working on my proverbial quilt. You can see my letters up there on the wall. I've got my words pinned together so that I can kind of keep track of. I've got to redo a couple of them because I don't like the colors that I picked, but I'm using trying to use the other part of the collection, just to show, because I try to use all the blues and greens in this quilt.
Yeah, it's so pretty.
And then in this quilt, I'm using more of the pink, orange, and the lighter values because I thought this would be really fun as the proverbial quilt letters and background. And I'm pretty excited about. I've really enjoyed working with the line. It's been fun to play with all of it. Oh, I'm glad he likes it.
You've got to keep her. You've got to keep. You've got a fan here.
Great.
This might be your first canine fan, and yes, I will wash off the fur.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Well, why is it that dogs and cats always want to go sit right in the middle of your project? Oh, my coffee.
I don't know.
I got a coffee here. Thank you, sir. Thank you for fixing
my
Wi-Fi.
Thank you.
Oh, I don't.
I'll take mine too. Thank you, Tim. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for fixing my Wi-Fi. Yeah, whatever he did, he waved his magic wand over it and made it all better. So, but would you like me to show you a little bit more of my studio, since it's actually kind of clean right now? It's kind of amazing. So this room was, when we moved in this house, this was a second master suite, and I immediately claimed it as my studio. But then I'm trying to think how many years ago I did the remodel in here. Maybe 4 or 5, something like that. We basically just gutted the whole space and improved the light in here. I've got great light. And
yeah, can you tell a little people? I think your lighting system is incredible.
Well, of course, I can't tell you the name of this lighting system, but I can tell you, I'm going to show you one thing. And sorry if I'm making anyone get vertigo. I've got to go back here to my control. The light is sort of like the equivalent. It's like the LED equivalent of, those horrible fluorescent trays, except this is LED. And this is dimmable. Yeah. So I can bounce light up on the ceiling, which is how it was earlier. And then I can also I just turned the one so it points down. But this lighting is, I think that anyone who's interested, I can get this information out. I always have to ask my architect. She's probably so sick of me asking this question. But basically what we did was go to an office lighting business, and we looked at all the different kinds of LED lighting. I knew I wanted LED. I knew I wanted the LED to be on the warm end of the spectrum. LED can be very cold, very chilly. And this lighting isn't great for photography, to be honest with you, because it's a little warm, but it's so great for working in. And because of the way it's laid out, I've got a long rectangle in here. And then over on this end of my studio, I've got a little square of it up in the ceiling. But, and this is kind of my thinking, this is my thinking couch. That's what I call it.
Mm-hmm.
I spend a lot of time making notes about what I'm working on. I'll, read, I draw, sketch in here. But anyway, the thing that's great about the lighting is that there's no shadow. There's no cast shadow anywhere in here. And because I'm kind of a night owl, I'm always working in here late. So it's perfect for me, whereas before it was just horrible. This whole wall that I'm kind of panning by now, this whole wall and this one where the hunt pattern is hanging up, and this wall over here are all design walls. And again, the material, the name of it escapes me. It's a kind of obscure. There's only one play. I think it comes out of Canada or something. But again, I'll get that information. This is the same material that Nancy Crow has up on all her design walls at the barn up in Ohio.
Okay.
And I always stretch pieces of flannel across it so that I can lay pieces up without pinning, because it's kind of slippery. It's not the kind of wall surface that on its own you can just lay fabric on. It's looks like a painted wall. But having this much design wall is just amazing. And then where we had a bathroom before, now this is my wet studio. And this was, we just gutted this. It had this crazy big bathtub over here in the corner, and it was just nutty. But having this sink, putting this sink in for me as a surface design artist was a total game changer, because before I had two of those little 80s era vanity sinks. I mean, it was just ridiculous. So we cut the bathroom, the tub out from here. I asked him to cut a hole in the wall, and there was a window here. I had him cut a hole for a door, and then I had him pour this concrete slab. So, and then just recently, this is still kind of a mess. I had him build me this little shed, which now eventually, once they get it, and I think it's pretty close to being done. All this stuff that's sitting on my floor here will go out there. But I've got a dedicated washer dryer so that I can keep all my dye stuff separately from the rest of the house. And then this was the old shower, and we kept the shower but kind of converted it. Instead of a shower head, I put a dog washing sprayer in here. And then what I do is I keep my spinner. This is what this is. And if you do surface design, you know that having a spinner is great for kind of rinsing out your fabric, or in my case, I'm soda soaking things before I print on them.
Yeah, get all that out.
Yeah, so I get the excess water out, but I can either use the drain or I can catch the soda ash in my little, well, let me see if I pointed this down right. So that little plastic container down there that I'm pointing at, usually I catch my soda ash there. But when I'm printing, I like to print outside on that patio. And I'll show you my little bathroom. I have all my mini quilts in here. See Yvonne?
Oh, hi, Yvonne.
I'll have to show you this one. I can't help it.
Oh, wait.
I can't
for fuck's
resist.
sake, that's funny.
I know. And then an artist that I know on Etsy. I have a little obsession with sloths. Some of you know this about me. But then I've got this table here, which of course has a lot of stuff underneath it that who knows what's there. But I can print in here if I need to. I do a lot of work in here, and I like to do a lot of painting in here. If I'm printing on smaller pieces, I'll work in here. Or if it's raining and I really need to be doing some printing, I'll work in here. But what I like to do is take thanks to you, I have those adjustable height tables that are leaning in my shower wall. I usually take those out here and set them up, because it's so easy for me to run in and out of the studio to rinse stuff. But I like to print outside because I can set up my little hanging thing. I mean, you kind of do the same thing in your studio. We had this weird little space that was left over, and I said, oh, no, I want drawers. So these are heavy duty drawers. Each one of these can accommodate 250 pounds. And,
Wow.
you know, Tim was kind of making fun of me, like, what in the world are you ever going to do with that? I said, oh, you watch me, I'll figure it out. So, but I keep a lot of my printing stuff here, like a lot of the fabric I use to print, and I don't know, a lot of extra supplies, my thermofax machine, printer, all that kind of stuff. And then I'm even going to show you my horrible closet. So my closet, I've got my rolls of fabric that I use to print, and some of my dye notebooks, you know, some other supplies. I just kind of keep that stuff in here. Again, this closet needed to be here, and it's turned into a pretty good ancillary storage area where I keep my drop cloths and all that kind of stuff. So it's a really great working studio for me, and
Yeah,
it's
gorgeous.
I'm going to switch around. I'm so lucky to have this dedicated space for my work.
Yeah.
And, you know, when my kids were all still home, even before we did the remodel, I would say to them, you can come back here and play with me, but the only rule I have is you have to be nice to me.
Well,
No
that's
drama back
a good
here.
rule.
Yeah, good rule with girls.
Yeah.
So a lot of times when they were still young enough to be home and in school, they would come back here and do art projects or do their homework or recover from having their wisdom teeth pulled or whatever. You know, everybody likes to hang out back here, and that's great. And I
Aw.
mean, we have people come do holiday sewing projects here, and it's a good setup, and everything in my studio moves around because everything's on wheels. So it's really easy
That's so smart.
yeah, it's easy to adjust for whatever the project is. So, yeah.
Well, good. Well,
Yeah.
thanks for the studio tour.
Thank you for letting me give you the studio tour. I'm happy to
Yeah.
have everybody look at it. And thank you, Gina. I'm very fortunate to have this. I waited a long time to get it, to do the remodel, because you always think, oh, I shouldn't do that. It's going to cost money and blah, blah, blah. And I thought to myself finally, hey, you know, they're going to carry me out of this place feet first. I mean, this is where we're going to be. And why not make this space work for me? Because
And aren't you glad you did this before quarantining?
oh my God, no kidding, no kidding. And, you know, I worked with an architect who I'd worked with on a previous project, and she really knew me, understood how I was going to use the space. We really spent a lot of time figuring out the lighting and the surfaces in the studio, and it's worked so well for me. And I don't think I could, I don't really think there's anything I would do differently about the whole process. So I'm lucky in that way. Yeah. Yeah. It was kind of a nightmare. We found all these construction issues in the house, but you know, that's a whole nother conversation. I don't want to talk about it right now because it's depressing. And this is a happy day. Oh, I didn't show you.
It's a happy day.
I didn't show you these other little things. I'm going to turn the camera back around. These are other little baby garments. So I think, oh my gosh, aren't they so cute?
Yes.
These two garments are a pinafore and a dress by Violet Field Threads. This is the Rosemary Baby pinafore. Well, let me see if I can get it somewhere where I can show it better. That's the Rosemary Baby pinafore and the Matilda baby dress. How adorable.
So cute.
I know, just so,
that is so cute.
And then, I'm sorry if I'm giving anybody vertigo again, but I'll bring these other ones over because Joanna made all these. She's amazing.
So this is Joanna of Custom Quilts with a K.
Yes,
just so people can find her.
And I will definitely link her. This is called the Baby Molly dress, and the pattern for this is by Made for Mermaids. Incidentally, both of these, this one's an 18 to 24 month size. Look how stinking cute that is.
So cute.
I know, I agree, Libby. Stinking adorable. And then last but not least is this little dress, which is called the Playdate dress. And this is a pattern by Oliver and S.
Okay. Yep.
And Joanna was sweet enough to take some of her grandmother's vintage buttons and add them to this.
Aw,
So that would made it really special. But isn't that just the sweetest thing?
it is darling.
I know, Gina, I
Truly
agree.
darling.
And the thing about this fabric, again, this is one of the Essex, this green. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if any of you have worked with Essex before, but the thing that's amazing about Essex is that it feels exactly like, I mean, it is a linen cotton combo, but the beauty of it is, and if any of you have ever worked with linen, you know this, linen is a stinker to work with because it ravels so much. Whereas cotton linen Essex behaves like cotton. It doesn't ravel. It feels like linen, behaves like cotton. And the other thing that's amazing about it is every time you wash it, and I know this because I've made a couple quilts with Essex in it, and it gets softer and softer and softer every time you wash it. So it just gets better and
Better
better.
and better.
Oh, I actually
Awesome.
can't wait to have a couple garments made out of the Essex too, because I just think it's such fantastic fabric. Such fantastic fabric. And I guess I didn't
It's
show
a
you this.
beautiful.
This is was originally made to be a pet carrier, and
Uh-huh.
she modified it so it could instead be a gym bag. And this is called the Best Friend Pet Carrier. And the pattern again is by So Sweetness, and she hacked it into a gym bag. She said, I think that the original pattern had both ends and the top were screen.
Mesh.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
mesh. Yeah, exactly. And then she later discovered why that was probably a good idea to keep it a pet carrier. I think it was kind of daunting to construct without the screen in there because it's got this reinforced wire piece that goes inside both ends. But it's
Mm-hmm.
really awesome. I think I'm going to enjoy using this.
Yeah, it looks like it could fit a sewing machine, a
Oh,
small
yeah, I don't
traveling
know. It
sewing
might be
machine,
asking a
perhaps.
lot of it. Sorry, while I try to
Okay.
get the Velcro undone with one hand.
Nice lining.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Well
So,
done.
so happy with it. So, yeah, I think it could be. I mean, I don't know how sturdy. I guess we'd have to test the sturdiness of the handles, but probably, yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
Might be a
Like a
great
little
little sewing
traveling sewing
machine
machine.
carrier. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, cool. Well, Leslie, thank you.
Well, thank you for letting me chat on and on about it. It
So
was a
this
lot of
is the,
fun.
so just to be clear, this is Leslie Tucker Jenison with her new line for Robert Kaufman Warehouse District, debuting in stores hopefully in August,
Yes.
but definitely this fall.
Yes. Thank you so much for letting me show everyone. I appreciate that,
And
Pokey.
tell everybody your handle on Instagram and your website.
Okay, I have a couple of accounts on Instagram. Leslie Tucker Jenison, my name is one of them. I also have a studio account, but just if you go to Leslie Tucker Jenison, you'll get to everything I'm going to post about this collection. And my website is the same, leslietuckerjenison.com. So,
Awesome.
yeah,
Awesome. Well, this is so cool. And I know you're coming out with some videos. Um,
yes.
where will we be able to see
Well,
those?
I think that you'll probably be able to see them eventually on Robert Kaufman's website, and I'm guessing their Facebook page, as well
Okay,
as
Robert
I'll
Kaufman.
be posting a few here and there once I get them back, and so yeah, they'll be coming out periodically through the summer, as especially as we get closer to the actual drop
Awesome.
date of the fabric. And again, the fabric is we're anticipating the fabric collections will be in your favorite quilt shops in August.
Okay.
You know, given the circumstances of everything that's been going on, I suppose there's a possibility that could change. I mean, actually, you know, we decided to do this kind of video Instagram, Facebook announcement just because normally I'd be talking to people at Quilt
Quilt
Market in
Market.
Pittsburgh
Yeah.
next month, but because that's canceled, everybody, you know, like everything else in the world, we have to figure out an alternative. And so it's really much appreciated that we get a chance to talk about it here, Pokey. I really do appreciate that opportunity. So thank
Well,
you.
I'm so glad. Thank you for agreeing to come on and share it with everybody. I think everybody's so excited about it, including my dogs.
Thank you. Yeah, has Tyrion marked it yet?
No, here's what we've got. Here's where we are right now.
Oh, okay.
He's moved. He's a little hot.
Yeah.
He's like,
The
okay, I
excitement
need
has
to get out of the
exhausted
sun.
him.
The excitement has exhausted him. Shade is happening. The sun is moving,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna carefully refold all of this. I'm gonna use it in my proverbial quilt, and I seem to be missing two dogs.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
But it's okay. They'll come back. You know, if they don't come back, it's okay. I'm kidding.
Well, hopefully they come back without anything that you don't want them to have on them.
Oh no, I
On
check
them.
them all the time. They've been good. They're on their meds. They're on their anti-tick, flea,
Good.
heartworm, everything
You
meds.
don't have
But
porcupines there, do you?
not that I've discovered. But I will say this: while you and I were having a conversation, I saw a very large, maybe 6 to 8 inch lizard go right across your fabric line.
Oh, cool. Well,
It was really cool.
That's appropriate because,
It was multicolored. It was a very colorful lizard.
well, and I have lots of lizards here, so, maybe it just felt a kindredship to it,
Yeah,
because it knows there
probably.
was lizards probably involved on this end. So,
Yeah. Well, cool. Well, Leslie, so good talking to you.
you too, as always.
All
Take
right.
care.
I can't wait to see more of your line and all of the videos for it.
Thank you.
All right. Take care, Leslie.
Okay, bye.
All right. Bye. All right. Thank you guys so much for sticking through that. I know we had a little bit of a rough start, but somehow we managed to make it work. We're down at the house. We just do a quick little, I think I saw one dog slip inside. This guy needs some water. Um, and I am down a dog. I don't know where Tyrion went, but that's okay. But I mean, seriously, this is a gorgeous line. I'm really excited to play with it. She has such a strong surface design sense, lots of deconstructed screen printing work into this fabric. So I'm really looking forward to playing with it. But I am going to go take care of my allergies. I'm now sitting outside and my allergies have been a killer this year. So I'm going to go take care of that. And I will be back on tomorrow at 1 p.m. I have a pretty busy schedule with guests. Oh, there's the other dog. Hold on. You decided to come back, huh, Mr. T? Where have you been? Anyway, so I'll be back on tomorrow. We have guests scheduled all the way through next Saturday. But on this Sunday, if you guys want to come on, it's just like an open mic day. So just bring your Sunday fun day. It's going to be really casual. Don't need to record it. And just share what you're doing. I will say I am recording a lot of these scheduled guest lives, and I'm popping them up onto YouTube. I just created a new channel on YouTube for Crafting a Life, and I think I've successfully uploaded about 6 to 7 videos so far. And today's will be recorded and it will be uploaded. So they will be living there. So thank you all for joining. I'll be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day. All right, bye.